Okay, in this video we're going to talk about batch invoices. So this is a new feature from a couple years back that QuickBooks added in. And basically the solve here is if you invoice a chunk of your customers, right, or all your customers or whatever it is, for a fixed amount. So when would we do something like this? So let's say we're a management company, and we have a whole bunch of companies that we invoice just an admin fee for once a month. Or maybe we're a property management company, same thing. We invoice our entire customer base the administration fees once a month of $50 or whatever it is. So that way we can go in and mass create an invoice for $50 to our entire customer base or to a subset of customers. Okay. Another good example of this would be maybe a pool company. If you charge a flat fee to your customers who you go and service their pools, or maybe a HVAC company that goes out and services customers once every 6 months to look at their air conditioning unit or their heating unit, and you charge them a fixed fee for something like that. So some good examples there. Of course, the issue with it is it's a fixed fee kind of across the board. So it doesn't replace, for a lot of people, the memorized transactions that they have in there. But again, it's a good start and you'll see where it could be helpful. So we come in here under customers, and it's under the customer list, create batch invoices. The first step is to search through and decide which customers you want to associate the invoices to. Okay. Now, if you're using QuickBooks Enterprise, this is a great way to use your custom fields, because what we can do, so let's pretend, come in here, and again, this is remodel work, so it doesn't really fit super well, but if I came into additional information and I wanted a custom field, and so let's say I'm going to define fields called maintenance type, right? And I'm going to use it on customers, and I'm going to edit the I'm going to use multiple choice lists, right? Which is an enterprise only feature. Anytime you can use a multiple choice list when you're dealing with custom fields, it's a lot better, right? Because then it eliminates human error, it eliminates people spelling things wrong, etc. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and edit the multiple choice lists, and I'm going to say we have monthly, quarterly, and annual. Okay, and I'm not going to allow users to add to that list. Okay, and now that I have that type set up in here, see, I can choose quarterly. Right, and again, if it's a one-time cleanup, make sure to watch our videos on paste from Excel. But I could come in here, paste from Excel, customize my columns, add in that new maintenance type column here, move it up all the way towards the top, and start to fill in, right? So this is going to be monthly, this is going to be annual, it's going to be quarterly, quarterly, quarterly. Okay. Again, we have other videos on that. That's why I'm going through so fast. Okay, so now that I have that set up, right, when I come in and do my batch invoicing, I can say look for quarterly or look for quarter as an example. And it's going to narrow down for me all the customers that have quarterly set up. And I'm searching through all fields till I get all fields here. I could narrow it down to custom fields if I wanted to. But that allows me to select all, add them to a group. Okay. Now I can set them into a billing group as well. So these are all going to go into my quarterly billing group. And that's just a name, right? If I added another one, I could give another one for annual. Okay. So let me go back to quarterly. So again, it allows you to add all those to the group, so that is a quick way, right, for you to segment out your customers. Which do I bill quarterly? Which do I bill annually? So once I have my customers selected, right, and you do have to add them, right? If I didn't have them in this area over here, it wouldn't have any customers to bill. Then I'm going to say next. Now we create our invoice. So what date do we want the invoice to be dated? So you can say end of the month, right? So end of quarter. I'm going to put in a quantity here. So what are we billing them for? Maybe we're billing them for 3, and we can call it monthly maintenance. Okay, and I'm just going to add it as a service charge for now and put it to income. All right. So 325, I can put a class in here if you wanted to associate with the class. Again, it's going to roll that class out to all the customers. And then it gives me my total amount. I can choose a template, again, if we had different templates, and a customer message down here. And then we'll say next. Now it's going to, again, give me a quick review. In this review, what's really nice here is it does show me my terms. Again, I can't edit it from here, but it shows me my terms that are going to show up for this customer. Shows me the send method. So if it's going to be email, if they have a preferred send method, right, email or mail, or which is snail mail. So you can see those there. Right now it has none set up, and then for all of these customers, and then the amounts. And then I can say create invoices. So when I create those invoices, okay, it has 4 marked. I can send these later, or 4 unmarked, and then 0 marked for print, 0 marked for email, since none of them had any preferred send method. Now I can go pull up the invoice. This is an example of one. So you can see it picked it up, the customer, the proper template. It picks up the next invoice number, right? Based on what you have in QuickBooks, your next invoice number would be. There are a lot of fields that are left blank, right? So just so that you're aware, right? So sales rep, things like that. If you had those fields set up as defaults at the customer level, those would fill in there, okay? And then we can, of course, print this out or send it out. Now, if you're using, QuickBooks for online payments, of course, being able to send that out would be really nice. They can pay it automatically. There are other options as well for QuickBooks where you can have, instead of sending somebody an invoice every month, it would be, or every quarter, or whatever it is, it'd be a lot faster if we could just set them up on auto charge. So if you have those charges, right, rather than trying to collect $75 from 100 customers every quarter, it would be so much nicer, and the customers would appreciate it too, right? Everybody's used to auto charge nowadays, or set up recurring charges, so that might be a better route to go, but it's nice to know that the batch invoicing is in here in case you want to use it. Okay, so that's batch invoicing.